I can compare my numbers greatest to least and least to greatest. Good morning, Grandma's friends. Today we have some more math that we're going to work on. Our target for learning is I can order numbers in different ways because we're going to look at ordering them from smallest to biggest, biggest to smallest. And Mrs. Moore's going to give you some kind of warm up and then we'll be ready to move on. Okay, looking at the first four sets of numbers, take some time to write them down on your paper. 17, 83, 46, and 91. Now, please put them in order from biggest to smallest. Pause the movie. That's right, 91 is the biggest, 83, 46, and 17. Here's another set of numbers. Put them in order from biggest to smallest, 48, 56, 27, and 41. Pause the movie. Did you put 56 first, then 48, 41, and 27? All right, first graders, I'm going to give you a number. Tell me the number that is 10 more. 62, 45, 77, and 13. Now let's try to do the number that is 10 less. So think you're going up on the chart. Think of a 100 board, 10 less. So it's the number that would come before that in 10. Here we go. 65, 41, 12, and 100. Okay, switch your thinking again. 5 more, first grade friends. 5 more. 13 plus 5 more. What's the number? 27 plus 5 more. What's the number? 46 plus 5 more. What's the number? Very good. Now do 5 less. So 34. Oh, that's a tricky one. Count backwards 5. 75. 87. 5 less. And how about 115? 5 less. Dear runners, our next review is making tally marks. So I have 4 numbers on the board. You are going to show each number via tally marks. So what would it look like for 14, for 17, for 21, and 9? Remember, our tally marks go in groups of 4, and then we seatbelt it. That gives us 5. Groups of 4 and seatbelt for the 5th. So now I have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See if you can do the rest for Mrs. Moore. Pause the video while you write these numbers. So first graders, now you see why we make these in groups of 5, why we count by 5s, why we work on when we're adding and subtracting, we look for the group of 5 or 10 with multiple numbers, because it helps us be better mathematicians. It helps us subitize quicker. Maybe I'll add a subitizing video so you can show your parents today on that. I will. All right, let's move on. Last Friday, in the video I sent out, you were working really hard on comparing your numbers all the way to 120. Pause right now and review. Can you count by 5s as fast as you can to 120? And 10s. Go. Dear ones, today's target for learning is that you're going to be able to look at a set of numbers and put them in order whatever way they're asking you, whether it's smallest to biggest, biggest to smallest. Now, today, you're going to see there's going to be a set of 4 numbers. So like my first set is 49, 98, 76, and 65. If I wanted the biggest number first, you already know from our past lessons that we've learned that we always look for the biggest number in the tens place. So that would be, number 98. So I would write that first as my biggest number. Can you tell me which number would be the next biggest? Looking at the tens place, 4, 7, and 6, you're right, it's 76. And then it's 65 and 49. I have another set of numbers. You can do this with your family. Read them with me. 85, 62, 67, 43, and 94. When I look in the tens place, which number is biggest? You're right, 94. Pause your movie and see if you can put them in order from biggest to smallest. If you put 94 first, you are correct. Then I would go to the next tens place, which would be 85. Then when I look at the next two, 62 and 67, now I have to switch my thinking, move to the ones place. 67 is the next one. Then 62, then 53. Now you'll find they want you to completely change your thought. And now they want you to go from smallest to biggest. Again, you already know how to do this, my friends. We're taking the smallest number that you see in the tens place and then putting them in order. If they have the same number in the tens place, then look at the one. Place these numbers on your paper. 75, 52, 69, 41, and 90. Now you are finding the number that is in the smallest place. Go from least to biggest. You may start. If you put your numbers in order like this, 41, 52, 69, 75, and 90, you will see that the smallest number is first, and it progresses to the biggest. So our practice today was going to be with our spinners, spinning numbers and putting them in order. So, oh my goodness, Mrs. Moore. Sorry, friends. So for fun, your parents could pick 4 random numbers, or 3 they have on here, but your assignment is going to have 4. And you pick random numbers and have your child put them in order. Smallest to biggest, biggest to smallest. You pick. First graders, this is our assignment for today. It kind of looks overwhelming to me. It's a ton of numbers. Believe me, you're not going to have a difficult time doing it. The first section, you are going to put them in order for Mrs. Moore, from smallest to biggest. So make sure you're really looking at the directions, least to greatest. Now you don't have this book. I did copy it and it will be coming to you for the next section. But so you can write the numbers down: 54, 42, 27, 67. Now I'm going to put them in order from the smallest to the biggest. And remember, sometimes when I model it, I cross off what I use. So then I just have to do between the 5, the 4, and the 6. Oh, the next smallest number is the 4. Then the 5. Then the 6. Perfect. I can do it that way. That's one way you can do it. Put them in order from smallest to biggest. Pause the movie if you want to write down these problems. I will also email them to your family. Now at the bottom, you will see the new direction is from greatest to least. That means you are doing the biggest number to the smallest. Your fluency page today is looking at the set of 4 numbers and simply writing which one is the greatest and which one is the smallest. More than anything, first grade, I really just want you to keep learning. I want your brain to keep growing. I want you to keep being amazing. So when you're watching the video, pause it if you need to so you can write this stuff down. Rewind it if you need to go back because you missed something. Or go ahead and do the work because you feel like you're confident that you can get it done. Love and hugs, first grade.